Hi luminaries, in this video we are going to make these irresistibly adorable snowman. Alright, what you'll need are your loom tool. You could actually use the other models as well. And then just wind the yarn across there. Sharp scissors, embroidery floss, your Pom Pom Trim guide, a needle. I like using a metal needle, but you could use plastic as well. Yarn for the snowball, yarn for the eyes. In this case I chose brown. Twigs for the arm. A good dry twig is good, snaps off easily. A carrot nose, I made it out of Sculpey, which I just baked. And then a scarf that I knitted, or you could use scrap fabric or piece of felt as well. A hanging cord if you are going to hang your snowman, and then a dab of glue. Okay, let's get started. Let me clean up my area here real quickly. Okay, so first what we're going to do is we're actually going to make the head. Okay, so I'm going to actually use both ends of the yarn here, so I'm doubling it up, and I'm going to wind 20 revolutions. If you're just using one end, go 40 revolutions. Okay, so as you wind, just spread the yarn out evenly. Don't bunch it up in one area. Okay, so it should look like this, pretty flat. Again, if you're using the other tools, you're just going to wind the yarn across the two arms here. Okay, now I'm going to lay down the eyes. So what you want to do is just lay those pieces down flat. Okay, sometimes they might move a little bit, so you just have to be a little bit patient. Okay, I'm going to carefully move this into position again. Oops. Okay, all right. And now you're going to crisscross as an X. This helps hold it down. And then go ahead and wind 160 revolutions if you're using single strand, and in my case I'm going to go 80 revolutions. Okay, now you're going to cut a 2 feet 24 inches or 61 centimeter piece of embroidery floss. Okay, thread it under the yarn bundle, and see how there's a lot of yarn here. So if it is too thick and you're having a hard time getting it under the yarn bundle, just use the needle and then just thread it through. Easy breezy. Okay, now you're going to make a single tie, making sure that your ends are even up, and then make a single tie. You don't have to tighten it, and then you're going to turn the yarn bundle over and thread your tail onto the other side. Okay, that yarn came loose a little bit, so I just tucked it under there. And now you're going to make 2 overhand ties, also called a surgeon's knot, and then tighten. Pull the yarn bundle off the tool, and now you're going to continue to tighten that tie to make sure it's really tight. So the tip is working really close, making small pulls, and that's actually going to tighten the knot even more. Now working quickly, close it out with 2 additional knots. Now cut the tail close to the knot. These are pretty long, so I'm going to save them up and use it later on. Okay, so now we're going to cut all the loops. Sharp scissors is really helpful, and I love these. Okay, let's get all the loops here. Fluff it up a little bit. Okay. Oops, lots of small loops in there. Okay. And now I'm going to take my Pom Pom Trim guy and go trim the pom pom down. We also have a video that shows you how to properly use the Pom Pom Trim guy, and you could go to that one as well. But otherwise, you could just follow this video. Okay, so I have it trim. It doesn't have to be perfect, so we're gonna do a loose trim for now. And since it's a three-dimensional shape, just flick it over one, wrist turn, and then trim so that it becomes a round shape. Okay, looks pretty good. Okay, you'll notice here the eyes are on both sides, and we'll cover that later. All right, fluff it up a little bit, and then I'm gonna clean this up slightly. So this is called the loose trim. So the loose trim is not super tight like the Snowman here on my left, but this is fine as well. So if you're going to do the loose trim, just stop here. If you want to do a dance or an or pom-pom, you're going to have to trim a lot more using kind of a methodical approach, and that's actually on another video as well. Okay, so before we proceed to the next step, if you're going to hang your snowman, you're going to actually look for the tight tie there. Sorry, I'm getting distracted here, adjusting the eye with the tip of the needle. Okay, so you're going to find that tight middle tie, and you're going to figure out which direction it's moving. So here, it's hard to see since that tie is white and the snowball is white. It's going in this direction, so I'm going to go underneath that tie. We also have a video for this as well. There's two different ways to attach your pom-pom. So you could check out those videos as well. Okay, so now I'm going to look at the eyes that I like, which is I like the other ones on the other side. And now I'm going to cut out these other eyes. So these are the eyes that were in the back. So you have to do, having sharp scissors is really nice. Just use the tip of your scissors and then just cut them out. You might have to trim a little bit. And that's it. Okay, looks good. And now you're going to make the body. I've already made mine. So you just have to make another pom-pom. It's just going to be a solid white pom-pom, but it has to be 60% more yarn so that the body is bigger. And now what you're going to do is you're going to thread a 12-inch piece of yarn or 30 centimeters, or floss, I should say. And directly on the opposite side of your neck cord there, you're again going to use that same attachment step by hooking it under that tight middle tie. Do the same for the body. Okay, now that you have that, all you do is you just pull both ends, and then it's going to basically tighten together. You can adjust the head a little bit there. And now what you're going to do is you're just going to make multiple knots to close out and secure the tie. Okay, so you'll see I'll probably make between 3 and 4 ties here, but it's really easy and it just kind of gets in between the pom-poms there. Okay, you could cut this right now or as an extra step to secure the pom-poms even more. You just insert and thread it through the snowman one side at a time, and then cut the tail. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to dress up our snowman. This is the easiest and most fun part. So bring in your glue and your twig and your carrot nose and your scarf, of course. And all you're going to do is you're just going to measure out how long you want the arms. So I just do the little measurement, snap my twig. I'm going to do 2 pieces. And all I have to do is just dab some glue on. And then just put it into the pom-pom. The glue sticks pretty fast, so as you see, I just held it up for a couple seconds. Do again for the other side. between the glue and the yarn, it just holds, secures really well and quite quickly. Okay, same thing for the nose. Just dab a bit of glue. And then I think the carrot nose really makes it. It's really, really cute. So it's worth it to get the Sculpey. Or if you're really creative, you could dream up of another type of nose as well. Okay. And then just set it aside for everything to set. But since I won't let you watch the glue dry here with me, I will just tie the scarf on now. Super, super cute. I think once you make one, you're not going to be able to stop. They make such great gifts and decoration. And there you have it. Your Loome Pom Pom Snowman.